Hey everyone, John here from TestPrepInsight.com, and today I'm going to be doing a video on the best apps to learn Japanese. We've used and reviewed almost a dozen different Japanese language programs at this point with some pretty mixed results, but today I'm going to tell you what the top 4 are based on what we found. And by the way, since I'm just going to be covering the major highlights today, if you find you need some more detail at any point during this video, we also have a full written guide over on our website that has way more information. The easiest way to find that is probably just to Google Test Prep Insight, best apps to learn Japanese. That's the quickest way to get there. Okay, so here's how we did this. After using each app, we graded them all out based on a number of factors. Effectiveness of the learning method, grammar coverage, built-in verbal practice, voice recognition software, and a lot more. We basically assigned each a grade, and we're gonna talk about the 4 apps today which had the best grades overall. And it's actually kind of interesting the way it worked out. Every program has its own approach to instruction, but the way this shook out was that the 2 apps that we gave the top grades to are actually auditory in nature, meaning they focus on audio lessons. And then the other 2 that we gave top grades to are actually highly visual in nature, favoring visual learners. It's just the way it worked out based on the apps that we used. And if you're wondering how that's possible, well, there's no magic bullet or one-size-fits-all approach to learning a language. It really depends on the individual and how well a particular program is designed and executed. But anyway, let's get to our list. The Japanese language program that got our highest overall grade is Rocket Japanese. This is one of the programs that focuses on audio lessons, and although the app doesn't have the brand recognition that some of the others do on this list, we simply found it to be the most effective and well-rounded approach to learning Japanese. And I have 3 key highlights that I want to quickly run through to kind of build a case for Rocket. The first thing is those audio lessons that I just mentioned. We are huge fans of audio lessons for learning languages here, and these are the best that we've seen. Or more accurately, I guess, heard. In these audio lessons, an English-speaking moderator guides you through mock conversations between 2 fluent Japanese speakers. The moderator frequently stops to explain key points, ask questions, and prompts you to participate. Honestly, these audio exercises are the heart and soul of the Rocket program, and it's what separates their course from competitors like Duolingo and Rosetta Stone. Then the second thing that I want to note here is that the lessons don't end with the audio portion. Rocket uses a pretty varied approach and supplements each audio lesson with a mixed bag of drills to reinforce the material covered in those audio exercises. These practice exercises hammer home what you just learned and include things like flashcards, quizzes, and fill in the blanks. But more than anything, the best part is the ability to reenact the underlying conversation by filling the role of one of the 2 fluent speakers. This is cool because it allows you to practice using Japanese in a more realistic and contextual setting. And the last thing that we really liked about Rocket Japanese is how they include dedicated grammar lessons within the program as well. A lot of other apps bypass grammar, allowing you to pick it up more organically, but Rocket provides some really nice, detailed explanations. These lessons give you a chance to better understand Japanese sentence structures, conjugations, and things like that, which is a really big deal because Japanese is so different from English. So for people that like simple, easy to understand explanations of grammar rules, you're really gonna like these lessons. But those are the 3 big highlights with Rocket Japanese. Honestly, there aren't many drawbacks that we could find with this program. The one real negative that we could note with the lessons is that they're just a little long. You're looking at about a full hour or so per lesson, which isn't great if you're trying to squeeze in lessons here and there, but I also didn't have too much issue just pausing and then picking them back up. But otherwise, it's really just the cost with Rocket Languages. They only sell lifetime access plans, and they are a little pricier than other Japanese apps. But what I will say here though is that those prices on their website are a little misleading, and that's because Rocket is almost always running some sort of deal or special promotion. In fact, I'm going to do my best to keep that description down below, updated with the most current discount and promo codes that I can find floating around out there, so make sure to check that out prior to purchasing. Usually you can save yourself at least 50% with a coupon code, if not more, which makes Rocket pretty competitively priced. Basically, you should not have to pay full price here. Alright, so the second highest rated Japanese program that we found is Pimsleur. And interestingly, their program is nearly identical to Rocket Japanese. Hey, at least our rating system is consistent. But anyway, Pimsleur is another fantastic Japanese language learning program grounded in audio lessons. We love immersive, interactive audio lessons, and Pimsleur's are very good. They're slightly different than Rocket's, and there are some subtle differences between these programs. Like Rocket's audio lessons, Pimsleur's audio exercises are also led by an English-speaking moderator, and like Rocket, they also have them backstopped by a nice variety of reinforcement drills. But here's where Pimsleur differs. For one, their audio lessons build grammar right into the lesson rather than relying on separate dedicated lessons like Rocket does. And two, I personally think their lessons are a little bit more formal. I think Rocket tends to focus more on everyday conversational Japanese, and Pimsleur focuses more on formal Japanese. They both obviously teach formal and informal, but it just seems like Pimsleur leans a little bit more heavily on the formal Japanese side, which could be worth noting if you're learning Japanese for business purposes or for interacting with elders. But otherwise, we really like Pimsleur. The audio lessons stick with you, the reinforcement drills are varied and engaging, the program interface is really modern and cool, and they even have a special driving mode for their audio lessons, which is great for commuters. Plus, Pimsleur even offers a 7-day free trial, so you can use the program for a full week without having to drop any money. The link to that free trial will be down below in the description for you. I'd give that free trial a go. If Pimsleur sounds like it could be a good fit for you, that could be a nice way to kick the tires on this course. But bottom line, think of Pimsleur as a cousin to Rocket Japanese. They're alike in several respects, but the Pimsleur program gets slightly lower marks. Alright, so those are the two top-rated programs, Rocket Japanese and Pimsleur, two audio-centric apps. Now, like I said a few minutes ago, the other two programs that we rate out as the best in the space are highly visual programs, Rosetta Stone and LingoPie. So let's start with Rosetta Stone. Their learning method is all about immersion and imagery. Literally every single practice exercise and teaching point in the Rosetta Stone program contains some sort of picture. Of all the more traditional language learning apps that we've purchased and tested, it's definitely the most visual. And they combine this with a more immersive framework, where there's very little use of English. They basically immerse you in Japanese with no translations and a bunch of visuals to try to replicate how you would learn in the real world if you were just dropped into Japan and no one was around speaking English. Rosetta Stone just hammers a variety of image-based practice drills that immerse you in the language. So bottom line, if you're more of a visual learner, then Rosetta Stone could be a really good match for your learning style. Plus, from a pricing perspective, the Rosetta Stone subscription plans are actually pretty affordable. You're looking at around $10 to $15 per month, or $150 for their lifetime plan with a coupon code, which is not too bad. Or lastly, if you want a Japanese program that's rooted in video, then we recommend LingoPie. Now, to be clear here, LingoPie is not a conventional language learning program. There's no distinct learning path or set lesson plan. Instead, LingoPie is a video-on-demand platform that uses TV shows and movies to help you learn Japanese. And for Japanese specifically, this can be a great fit. One big reason why people learn Japanese is so that they can watch anime without subtitles. I'm not saying that's the only use case for LingoPie, not at all, but if that is the reason why you're learning, then this app is tailor-made for you. Here's how it works. They've got a massive library of Japanese video content, including an integration with Netflix. And once you start watching a specific show or movie, there are subtitles in both English and Japanese. But it's not just subtitles. There are a ton of cool tools and features layered in to help you understand and learn. This includes playback speed controls, color-coded subtitles, loop settings, a grammar coach tool, a tool that auto-generates video-based flashcards, and a few other small features. Overall, we were just super impressed with the LingoPie platform and learning tools. This is a lot more than just getting Japanese shows with subtitles. Their content library is amazing, the tools that they layer on are truly useful, and their subscription plans are actually surprisingly cheap, as low as $6 per month. So bottom line, if you want a more authentic, immersive type of experience to learn, or you just want to supplement another app like Rosetta Stone to accelerate your learning, then LingoPie is going to be a great option. Alright, so that about does it for the details, so time for my final verdict. But before I get to that, I should just mention that every single month here at Test Prep Insight, we actually give away a free language learning course to one lucky person. It's super simple to enter and everyone is eligible. I'll put all the details down below in the description on how to get entered, but just know it takes like 10 seconds and hey, you never know, you could win a totally free pass to one of the programs I've talked about here today. Okay, so final verdict time. Which program should you choose to learn Japanese? Well, in all honesty, not everyone is going to like this answer, but it depends. Mostly on what type of learner you are. I'd say if you have a little bit of foundation in Japanese, or if you're learning primarily to understand anime, or you just want to learn in an immersive video-based environment, then LingoPie is an awesome non-traditional app. It's also fairly cheap and makes for a great supplement. Next, if you want more of a traditional language learning app, but that isn't built on audio lessons, then Rosetta Stone is our pick for that. It's a great program for visual learners that want a clear learning path with lessons that progress steadily. Or, if you're just looking for the most well-rounded app out there to learn Japanese, while we really like Pimsleur as a close second, that would have to be Rocket Japanese. They simply offer everything you need to reach an intermediate to advanced level of fluency. Interactive audio lessons that feature fluent Japanese speakers, helpful and easy to understand grammar lessons, a diverse set of practice drills for language retention, speaking practice, and accurate speech recognition technology. Basically, we think Rocket Japanese is the best in the game. But anyway, that's all I've got for you. I hope this video has been helpful and you learned a little something about all these different Japanese programs. If so, please return the favor by subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and drop me a quick comment below. That would be really appreciated. And again, if you want to see that full, detailed written review that I talked about earlier in this video of all these different programs, make sure to hop on over to our website. Again, that's testprepinsight.com, or you can always check out the other videos we have on our YouTube channel. We've got a content out there. But as always, thanks for watching, best of luck, and I'll see you in the next one.